Hello friends, this is Barbie Daly with Rural Life in the Valley. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Fairy Garden Thursday, which is hosted and created by Grandma Sandy. And our co-hosts are Sharon Shorenagel, Sandy Lynn's Home and Garden, and myself. Today's fairy garden is going to be a little bit different today. I had a few dilemmas and wasn't sure if I would be able to bring you a fairy garden. I've had company for the last 5 days and haven't had a chance to do anything. The outside is not nice. We have had fires in various areas and we've been engulfed in smoke and wind, and the deer ate a lot of my flowers and I had to move them into the garden. So it's like, what do I do? So I have an idea, and this may be in 2 or 3 parts. I don't know. I'm just getting started today, and tomorrow, which will be Thursday, is Fairy Garden Thursday. So I don't know how far we'll get. Probably not very far on the actual garden. But I am showing you this book here. This is called a cut and collage, or collage ephemera. If you are familiar with journals and junk journals and art journals, things like that, you'll know what it is. If you're not, I'm going to just flip through it quickly and show you some pictures. This is the type of book that I have used to make my backgrounds for my fairy tales. I've made several, and like in Tellin's Place and the one with Keanu, the forest, the keeper of the forest, and different things like that. I have used some of the images in here. So I thought it would be fun to show you the book and then maybe make a little fairy garden with the backdrop. And I'm going to be using the same little box, the wooden box that we use on our monthly gnome garden. So today we won't get very far on the fairy garden. I want to show you the images, and then if there's time I might cut out the background, but if not, then we'll save that for another week. I think, let's see, next week will be the 1st of August, so I will have a gnome garden for you. So this might, be a couple of 2 or 3 weeks to finish it, but I think it'll be fun once I get started on it, and I hope you enjoy it because I plan on using the fairies, Rose and her friends, in the fairy garden, but using this book with papers as a backdrop. So this is called The Summer Stories, and it has different pictures of fairies, these darling little fairies, a little boy fairy, little girl, seashells. I think it's mostly about the ocean. So we'll turn the page and try not to take too long to show this. But these are all different types of images, and these are what people cut out or rip and put in junk journals. And here's some cute little fairies here. Try to stay in frame for you. Okay, and in the fairy garden, I may cut out a fairy or two and put them in there with the other fairies that I normally use in regular fairy gardens. And little fairy girl listening to the conch shell, and her crowns. Their crowns are the seashells. And here's a beautiful landscape picture with the seashore and the ocean. And on every page there is the background. So if you didn't want to use one of these pages but you needed a background, you could use this. And in the back of the book there are several blank pages where it just has the ocean picture here, where you don't have to worry about losing an image on this side. But as you can see, sometimes they're a little bit, maybe not on this one, but sometimes they're different, a little bit different. So we've got pebbles and starfish and driftwood here. And then we have different florals and some sentiments, words, little fairies that are just walking on the beach collecting seashells. I don't know how well you can see. I'm looking through my viewfinder. And this page is a lot of shells, and probably I'll cut out some of these and have them laying around on the fairy garden. And then this is a real pretty picture with the ocean and the moon coming up from it. And then there's some sentiments up here, like the ocean is calling and I must go. Summer is a state of mind and the beach is the best therapy. A walk on the beach is worth 1,000 words. I thought this was an interesting one. Here the waves, here's the beach over here, and then the waves are crashing over a window. And then little sand dunes here. I thought that's quite an interesting picture to do something with. And here's some more florals, beautiful flowers. Here's some cute little fairies. I think they're just adorable. And then this page can go this way. This is a beautiful scene here with the rocks and the tall rocks and the beach, Pebble Beach. Oops, sorry, I'm bumping it. And birds on the beach. More sentiments. Feathers in the breeze, footprints in the sand. I love this image with the little fairy walking along on the beach barefoot. More florals. Try not to bump you here so you can see this beautiful ocean and sky view. More little fairies. So cute. Okay, some beech wood and some more shells. Another beautiful sea view scene and fairies at the top. And here's some bottles with pictures in them. Place for a note in the bottle. Another beautiful sea view. It's a picture. A couple of them. The colors are beautiful. Some cute little fairies. These might be cute on Twinchies, if you're familiar with the Twinchies. I haven't done for a few weeks for any of my paper crafts, so I've been so busy with my garden and visitors that I'm really anxious to get back into that. These are cute little images. Little fairy boy pulling a boat, a toy sailboat, and a little fairy girl walking a crab. Another nice beach scene on the shore, I would say. And here's some more shore scenes. I hope you can see these well. I'm afraid if I bring it in a little, I don't want to lose my pictures. And this is pretty. Seashells, this kind of purple and pink and flowers. Here's a little window scene with some seagulls, another beach scene with some ships out in the far distance. More flowers. Oh, here's some little crabs and a turtle, a sea turtle, and starfish. Well, this might be fun in the fairy garden. A little fairy boy holding an octopus. Let's see. I don't know if I can get that. Very cute. Okay, whoops. Just more papers, a lot of it for journaling. I like the little fairy girls. More beach scenes and ships, butterflies, seashells. More beach scenes, beautiful fairies down here. I love the circle, like looking through a portal. Lots of cute little fairy girls. A lighthouse. I really like this. I think I'm going to use this for part of the backdrop. So that's what we'll try to do today. I don't have much time. Today is Wednesday and it's about 5:30 in the evening, and so I need to do a little project to finish this video up, and then have to go out and water my garden because it's like 95 degrees and smoky enough that you can smell the smoke, so I don't really want to be out there too long. And some nice pictures, beach front homes, looks like. She's adorable. Okay, just a couple more pictures. There's a branch with some seashells. Wouldn't that be a cute little art project if you have some seashells? And then that is it. And these are just a bonus page with some pictures. And I'm going to hold it still. Well, right here, you can take your phone and find out more information. And Marimy Small Art, she does have a YouTube channel, and she shows you how she uses the pages in her books. She has a lot of books. She might have 30 books, different things. I probably have 5 of my own here, what I've used on different art projects. So, okay, that is the end of the flip through. I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to get a couple of pages and we're going to get started, but I know I won't finish because I don't have time tonight. So this will be part 1, and part 2 will probably be not next week because we'll have the gnome garden, but the week after, and I will have had a chance, I hope, to do more. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so I have a few pieces to show you. So this is one page, and then I tore out part of another page, and then the seagulls are going to go somewhere in this picture. And let's see, I will show you, give you a little bit of an idea just so that you know, because I don't want to leave you hanging, but I will put that in there. There we go. Okay, so that will fit in like that. And everything is coming crashing down. And this will just overlap. And of course, I'll glue these down and there'll be things. And then I won't put this in just like this. It'll blend in. But that's kind of the start of our little seascape for the fairy garden. So I'll work on this part this week, and I'll work on adding more, and hopefully I can get next week or the week after, I can get everything put together and have a fairy garden for you. So I hope this just is a little teaser. I hope you like my idea, and that's what I'm going to do. So I will see you next week for our August gnome garden, and then the week after that we'll work on the fairy garden at the seashore. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate all of you for being here. I love seeing your comments, and if you have any ideas for the fairy garden, go ahead and leave them in your comments. And I hope you're having a wonderful day or evening wherever in the world you are. Bye-bye.